Okay, this is going to be my final video on Star Citizen. I've been very unhappy with the direction Star Citizen has been going for many years. And the final straw has been broken, and I cannot support CIG or the Star Citizen development anymore. I've recently taken extreme action to permanently delete my RSI account. So the Hey It's Nick account is completely deleted. Concierge level, almost $1,500 spent on that account, deleted. Now, I could have put it on the green market and sold the account and try to recuperate some of my money back. But in my mind and in my thought process, I was thinking, this doesn't send a message to CIG. All it does is just pass the torch and keeps the numbers where they are, and if anything, perpetuates and continues the join the verse cult, which I'm in full agreement now that Star Citizen and its community is a cult, and I'm not going to be a part of it anymore. There's some really great, beautiful, nice people in the community, but there's also some really ugly, toxic motherfuckers in there. And I'm just not going to be a part of it anymore. It's a fucking video game, and it should be fun. It should be enjoyable. Whether if you're playing solo, multi-crew, dogfighting, or FPS, PvP or PvE. And CIG is failing on all fronts to make either of those an enjoyable experience after 12 years of development. And it's something that I can continue to say looks like is not going to be getting any better. With the focus on Squadron 42, it's clear that their focus is not on Star Citizen, even after bringing Squadron 42 assets into Star Citizen. They were saying that this is going to be a big leap forward, but instead is we got 2 steps back by a patch being released in a very broken state, and is no surprise there. But not only that, but features that were supposed to be in that list that at the beginning of the year they were saying extremely confident that they're going to get out because they're Squadron 42 assets and they're already done. They just got to be ported over to Star Citizen, right? Because it's going to be fun then, right? Bullshit. That turned out to be. It's been proven that CIG obviously cannot maintain dates. They obviously cannot maintain live service either. They obviously cannot make a fun game. It's been 12 years, and with 700, almost $750 million raised, and with a broken alpha mess to be finished with it. I am doing this before 4.0 because I'm extremely confident that 4.0 won't fix shit. It'll have server meshing, we'll have larger player numbers, we'll have a single added star system, but the gameplay is going to feel the exact fucking same. Boring as shit. And they are making just the most boring game I can play. The only fun you get with Star Citizen is when you play with other people. The gameplay itself is not fun. And that has been consistent for a very long time. It's monotonous, tedious, way too time consuming. You're sitting there waiting in quantum travel. Waiting is not gameplay. Waiting when you can't do anything else is not gameplay. There have been games in the past, Grand Theft Auto, big example of this, back when like GTA 4 was a thing, where a lot of gamers were just kind of talking about, you know, people and games just extending artificial time artificially because you're driving from A to B. But driving was gameplay. Driving is gameplay. You're driving and you can choose where to go. You're in control of the vehicle. And driving is a gameplay mechanic. They're using a gameplay mechanic to get around the game. Sitting and waiting for shit to do something else is not gameplay to me. It's boring as shit, and I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the direction Star Citizen CIG is continuing to go in with their FPS, their dogfighting, all of that. It has gone so arcadey that not even the Call of Duty, not even Call of Duty in 2016 with Infinite Warfare went to the level of arcades that CIG is going with Star Citizen. And that is not a game I sold and backed for. Hence why I am deleting my account, because it's going in a direction I cannot support. And as much as I can bitch on Spectrum with all the Picard faces, reactions to posts, that isn't sending a very clear message. Even if it's a very small message to CIG and everyone else, even if it's only a -1 number being added somewhere, I don't care how small of a message it sends. I would much rather delete my account and not support this project anymore. Now, moving forward, I am open to returning. I am opening to buying the game again. I am open to buying Squadron 42. But at this point in development, CIG and Chris Roberts has fucked around so much that I can't support it anymore. It's clear that the direction developers want to go in is very opposite of what players want and what makes a game actually fun. And I am not going to sit by and stand for it anymore. Deleting my account is an extreme action that I don't think most people should do. But this is a decision I made for myself and to stand on the beliefs that I have and on the morals I have. Games should be fun. Games should be enjoyable. Games shouldn't be releasing in a broken fucking state year after year with a developer that just wants to push bullshit out to make it to the next ship sale and lie to its consumers and manipulate them through marketing. Every single backer deserves better than what CIG is delivering. Every single one of you deserves better. And CIG is failing to do better continuously. So I will not stand for it anymore. And I can't anymore. So yeah, my account's deleted. And CIG is going to have to work their ass off if they want to earn my dollar back. Now, they might not ever earn my dollar back. I might never buy Squadron 42. I might never buy back into the game. Well, technically I have an alt account with the starter pack, so I always have a foot in the door to try something out if I need to. But I honestly forget which email he used for that alt account, because I just did it for like a random thing back then. It's just like, why CIG? If I could speak directly to Chris Roberts now, I would just want to say, you have failed me personally with your direction from what you said throughout all the years. You said there weren't going to be skills in the game. You're adding skills in the game. Eventually. Not in right now, but that's your goal. And it was just an under the cuff comment at the Digital Citizen Con under the way. Now, I always been against that. I know there's going to be a lot of people that support that, but that is an RPG mechanic direction that I don't support. The FPS gameplay, full arcade. It is the most bullshit I think I've ever dealt with. The audio shit. I don't believe Claudius is going to fix anything when that comes in. I think it'll sound, there'll be new sounds and things will sound different, but I don't think it's going to be better. And like, it's just going to be rattling noises everywhere with it. It's like, okay, yeah, that's better. I'm hearing all this rattling and not what's actually happening. Right? That's just a made up thought. But what is actual reality is that the gameplay is not fun now, and the direction your developers want to take things for Star Citizen, for all their comments with the master modes, with FPS, it's all terrible. It all sounds boring as fuck. And what game are you making? Who wants to buy this game? When it releases, when it's fully released and it's out, and you got all the different systems. Like, they're making a game for everyone and trying to make it as accessible to everyone as possible. And just completely negating what they've said and stated in the past on how they want to do things. Whatever happened to that statement, making it as real as possible and then bring it back to fun? Well, it's fucking not fun. Hasn't been fun for a long fucking time. And where the fuck is the realism anymore? Because it's fucking disappeared. Right? I've been playing games such as Gray Zone Warfare. A very good extraction shooter. It feels a lot less of an extraction shooter and more like just like a game world you're in and going back and forth from and traveling in and traversing from like being a private military company. And that game has really opened my eyes to what the FPS gameplay in Star Citizen could be like if CIG actually gave a shit about making a good game. To me, it's clear they don't give a shit about that. They just want to get to the next ship sale, push something out, get to the next ship sale, which is very clear when marketing is being very decided on when patches come out, because they gotta make it out for the ship sale. Fuck you, CIG. Fuck anyone who supports that. I am so done with that. And I cannot just accept that anymore. I just can't. And no one should be forced to support that. If you support that, great. I am glad you're so easily manipulated. Anyways, I am not. And I don't think I'm better for that. And I don't think you're worse for it, for being manipulated easily. But goddamn, wake the fuck up, people. I am just so done with CIG's bullshit. It's just ridiculous. And I'm just done with it. There's games that respect your time and respect your money. There's new games coming out with server meshing tech, right? Ashes of Creation actually shat on Star Citizen's way they're doing server meshing because it's not performant. And what have we been seeing? It's not performant. Oh my god, big surprise there. You also have other games in the crypto space called Star Atlas. Now, I don't support Star Atlas in any way, shape, or form. I've never bought anything, but I have been following the development because it's a space game, and I like space games. I want a good, fun space game. and CIG is not making one. However, Star Atlas is looking promising, as they are not making any claims of making the realistic, most real space game ever. They just want to make a space game that uses crypto and Web3 and all that fucking bullshit I hate. But they're making an Unreal Engine 5 space game with server meshing. And they have done their own 1,000 player server mesh tests that have been successful. And they're using a third party developer that are making their own server meshing tech for Unreal Engine 5, including the Web3 platform. But they're making server meshing sort of a plugin for Unreal Engine 5 where any developer can go to them and get a server meshing running in their game. And they're also making their own medieval warfare server meshing tech. So when I look at Star Citizen and seeing their server meshing tech, seeing that Ashes of Creation is having a full alpha test with server meshing, dynamic server meshing, and Star Citizen is dragging their fucking ass along the carpet trying to get static server meshing out, not even dynamic. It's mind-boggling to me, especially when I've been to Montreal Bar Citizen and spoke to Bernard himself, and he told me it would be easier if they just made dynamic server meshing right away. But Chris Roberts wants to do static first, step by step. Like, I am mind blown by the absolute mismanagement of Chris Roberts with Star Citizen and just how poorly he is managing the Star Citizen project. I can't support it and won't be supporting it anymore. Everything that I have gotten in my hand has been virtually opposite of what CIG has said and stated. They keep saying play now, not test now. They keep advertising the game like it's in a finished fucking state. They keep saying lies on Inside Star Citizen and Star Citizen Live that this is what you're going to be able to do in this patch. And guess what? You can't fucking do it. Like customizing the hangars. What a fucking mess of bullshit lie that is. So yes, I have deleted my Star Citizen account for all of these damn reasons. And I do not want to come back. I don't want to come back unless this game is actually put something in the player's hands that's good, fun, quality entertainment that every single fucking backer deserves. Until then, I'm not believing a single fucking word out of any backer or CIG employees' mouths. If it's not in my hands, it doesn't exist. And until it exists, they're not getting another dollar, and my account is permanent deleted. So they need to earn me to make an account again and buy the game all over again. Prove you can do it, CIG. I would love to see you prove you can do it. But for the past 12, almost 13 years, you have proven you cannot. And that's how I'm going to end this. Prove you can, CIG, because for the past 12 years, you've proven you cannot. I think that's a good takeaway at the end of this. And I need to wrap this up. This is almost 20 minutes long. This is my final video for now. Hey, hi. People will always say, hey, this guy's leaving, he's just gonna come back. Like, look at Grumpy, I look at all these guys. Sorry, Grumpy, I don't mean to call you out like that, but I'm kind of like in that kind of vein right now as Grumpy Eye, where Grumpy Eye returned after he said he was going to quit. I want a good space game that I can have in my hands. I am open to coming back and playing a game that is good when I can have it in my hands. But CIG has dragged the carrot on for too long for me to want to support this game anymore. And I did the most extreme action I could, which is delete my account. And with all that said, I'm Nick, and that's it.